We got the news yesterday, around what, about 7 o'clock, 7:30, something like that. I don't remember what time I texted you. I mean, a little later than that. Jim Harbaugh is the new head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. I had a gut feeling this was going to happen. No inside info or anything like that, because with Jim Harbaugh, there is no inside info except what's in his head. And he decided to leave, and, more power to him. He's getting out, and the going's good right now. I mean, he won a national championship. Yep. And let's be honest, no matter what you think of Jim Harbaugh, and we've all had our interesting moments with him on this program and other people in the media, and he's a hell of a football coach. In 9 years in Michigan, 86-25, 60-17 in Big Ten play, 3-6 in bowl games, including the 2 wins this year, which included obviously a national championship, 3 appearances in the playoff. He was pretty successful elsewhere too, at the University of San Diego and at Stanford. His college career finishes 144-52. In the NFL, in his previous life in the NFL with the San Francisco 49ers, he was 44-19-1. 4 years. 3 of those years, they went to the conference championship game. 1 year, they went to the Super Bowl, did not win it. His last season, they were 8-8. As a head coach, counting the COVID year, 20 years of being a head coach in either the professional or collegiate ranks, 3 losing seasons. The guy is a great coach, a great program builder, more importantly. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are pissed off that he left. There are some people that are relieved, some people that are sad. If you're a Spartan fan, Buckeye fan, and a Michigan fan, I want to hear from everybody. Your reaction on Jim leaving, and, what do you think the future holds for the University of Michigan? I think short term, it's going to be a tough season. I thought that before Harbaugh left, but, you're going to bring in basically a brand new quarterback, brand new coach, not brand new coaching staff, but some new coaches now. You lost some key players on both sides of the ball. Look, there's a lot of depth, especially defensively, so they'll still be good. Their schedule is a bitch, but you know what? Makes up for the joke it was the last 2 seasons. I don't anticipate them winning the Big Ten, but Sharon Moore, I think, will do a good job as long as, they hire the right DC, or I don't know if they're going to promote either Klink or somebody else. I have no idea. I think the program's in pretty good hands. But to say that it won't be a difference this year, I think is faulty logic.
Well, did I think he was going to go? No. Am I surprised? Not surprised either. I mean, when you think about all of the challenges and take away the NCAA stuff and the sign stealing and all that stuff, just college football in and of itself right now, the transfer portal, NIL, college, conference expansion, it's becoming an absolute nightmare. And there's no guidance, there's no direction from the NCAA as to how this is going to happen. And right now, the NCAA is being sued for another round of, hey, instead of just making it one time where you could transfer, they want to make it an unlimited amount of times for transfer without a penalty. So it's becoming a challenge. And you're going to see a lot of coaches that say, you know what? I've done what I can at this level. I can't take all of the ancillary stuff. Love working and even love recruiting the kids. But I'm going to go to the NFL, or I'm going to go to the NFL in some capacity. I think we're going to see a lot more of that. This to me was Jim Harbaugh. This could be some of that, but this was simply Jim Harbaugh wanting another bite at the apple that is a Super Bowl championship.
And we don't know the answer to this because I don't know he would be honest about it. How much of this is, all right, I know the NCAA doesn't like me. I don't like them. I might get punished even more. Let me get out now. I said, we don't know. Right.
I have no idea.
We don't know.
But when you look at this and then you look and say, okay, well, who was next? It should be Sharon Moore. I thought that should have been announced within an hour of Jim Harbaugh, saying that he's going to the LA Chargers.
I think they have to post the job or something for a few days. I think, whatever. There's a lot of stuff going on. There was a story Angelique reported in the news that Michigan finally agreed to the contract language that Harbaugh wanted but it was at the 11th hour and it was too late. And
I don't know that any language in the contract, maybe it made a difference, maybe it didn't.
Right.
I think Jim Harbaugh just simply wanted to go to the NFL.
248-539-9797. Good morning, Jim in Trenton. How are you, Jim?
Hey, guys. Good. How are you?
Good.
Appreciate you taking the call. And Stoney, you just hit it on the head. The reason Harbaugh left. It's going to happen with the NCAA. It had nothing to do with pursuing his dream. He knew what was going to happen. He was facing at minimum 1-year suspension and possibly a lifetime banishment.
I'd say, Jim, really. You hold on. Jim, hold on 1 second. I don't care who you're rooting for. What do you think, because he did not cooperate with the NCAA, is going to would lead to a 1-year suspension?
Or a possible lifetime ban?
I mean, come on.
Absolutely. It's not cooperative. It's the most elaborate cheating scam in the history of college sport. It's a multitude of things.
Hold on. Let's have a conversation. What if, and because you're obviously going to believe the NCAA, what if the NCAA says, you know what, he knew nothing about it? Are you not going to believe the NCAA now? I don't really know what he knew or what he didn't, personally. But there's a damn
program, though, right?
Yes, and that's why I always thought there should be some problem. There should be some penalties. But if
this is the penalty. What you're seeing is the penalty. The NCAA allowed Michigan to save face by telling them, listen, Harbaugh's gone next year, or we're going to suspend him for a long, long time. So here's what it – and Harbaugh played it perfectly with this contract immunity stuff. Now the cult can just look and say, hey, it's Ward Manuel's fault for not agreeing to the terms. That's why he left. So let's be honest, guys. The covering up of the gun felony, missing half the season, he is everything that's wrong with college sports.
You got to have a villain.
He's painted like some type of saint. You know, he's a good college football coach. Yeah. Are the last 3 years absolutely 100% tainted for cheating? Of course.
I don't. With the last, let me ask you this: with the last 3 games, the last 4 games tainted?
Absolutely, the last 3 years are.
Last 4 games after the cheating thing came out, you think those games? You think they cheated against Alabama, Washington, Iowa, Ohio State, Maryland, Penn State? You think they cheated?
I think they learned how to cheat or learned how to win by cheating.
You didn't answer my question. You didn't answer my question. Do you think they cheated on those last 6 games?
I don't know if they did.
Okay.
I don't know.
And the NCAA, the head of the NCAA,
of 3 years.
And the NCAA, the head of the NCAA, said that they're the national champions because they proved it on the field. Now, do I think they did stuff wrong? Absolutely. Do I think he knew about it? I have no idea.
See, this is why, though, with this penalty, I have no clue what ultimately is going to be done about this. Like, I really have no feel. Like, I felt like Harbaugh was going to take this job. We talked about it the day the job came open. Yeah. I thought that this just looked like the place. Right. I have no feel about this. You get calls like that, and I respect his opinion.
Yeah.
You get, Mike thinks the hammer's coming down, and Rico.
That's fine.
You don't much is going to happen. It sounds like I really don't know. I don't know what to think on this. Well, the bottom line is he's Pete Carroll if they're significantly sanctioned.
Yeah,
he is. He's Pete Carroll. He pulled a Pete Carroll. If John's letting it play out.
Well, right. You can't sit there because you don't know what's going to happen with the suspensions or the penalties. I should say. I don't know if there's going to be another suspension.
Some people thought when the NCAA they had said something, wasn't it when they won the Big Ten championship, or maybe it was after the Rose Bowl or something? Somebody with the NCAA.
Yeah, I said the president said it's all legit.
Yeah, that makes you think maybe much isn't coming. But if much isn't, you already have people who are into their corner. It's almost like politics, like that guy.
Yes.
Where even if they don't get, if that's what plays out, they don't get much of a sanction. The people are still going to have that opinion.
Right. And, he mentioned the word cult. Yes, there are a lot of people that it is a cult for them. But there's also another cult of people whose, shall we say, reason for their own existence is just to hate on Michigan. That's a cult as well. Greg and Taylor, you're 97 won the ticket.
Hey, morning, John. Morning, Stoney.
Good morning.
I love your guys' show. And John, thanks for joining it because that's so cool to have a player on the show all the time.
Thank you.
Yeah, yesterday was hilarious with Stoney. Did you decide you're going to eat something special yet?
Yeah, I'll
tomorrow's a fast for him.
I'll have bacon and anchovies on my pizza.
Oh,
It was great.
put some pineapple on there too.
Ugh, no pineapple.
Anchovies.
I'm only kidding. Bacon.
Yeah, it was great. But for Jim leaving to the Chargers, I mean, what a great choice. Even if Atlanta offers,
Hello?
Michigan is like one of the best in the country. He took Michigan where everyone wanted him to go. I don't blame him at all for leaving, especially during this fiasco with the whole ordeal with NCAA. That just seems, a little convenient. But hey, I don't blame him at all. I'd walk away from it too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Look. If the NCAA, thanks for the call, says he knew about Connor Stallions, we have all the evidence, and they provide all the evidence. Then I'll say, you know what, I was wrong. He did know, and yes, he pulled a Pete Carroll. Absolutely. And if there's major penalties on the school, so be it. I'm not convinced he knew. But as the CEO, it's under his watch.
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line. I'll never change that. 97 won the ticket.